I really need to get some better arrows. Unfortunately, that's all I've really got left is the hunting arrows that I've got now. They're better hunting arrows, but I really need better long-range arrows. They're the... I've got a wounding arrow, but I've only got one. Well, I don't really need rest. What am I at? Energy 91, nourishment 72. Speech is down a bit, but that's probably because I'm covered in blood at the moment. Not mine, just other people's, so...
Start talking, or make your peace with God.
Do your worst. I won't betray my lord.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I was told to come.
Sir, I met the parish priest of Ujets, and I must say he's a very interesting man.
I should say so. Have you ever seen him at swordplay? Not bad for a man of the cloth, is he? Rumor has it, when he finished his studies at the university where his father sent him, he decided the religious life wasn't for him, and vanished to foreign parts. They say he made a living as a mercenary. I even heard he fought against the Turk at the Battle of Kosovo, and then he suddenly came back and settled down here. No doubt it cost his family plenty, but he's a fair man, and I'm fond of him. There's a lot to be said for a priest with a good understanding of vice.
I don't disagree. Not exactly what I'm here for, though.
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them.
Right, so 2015, 12 over 10, and even in my -1 on speech, I'm 14 over 12. So,
who is this Toth?
He's an orphan, same as me. The Turks killed his parents, so he started killing Turks. Sigismund needed men like that, so Istvan ended up in his service.
fair enough.
How did you meet him?
He killed my parents.
What? Toth killed your parents?
You could never understand. They were weak. Istvan strong. He took better care of me than any father.
Alright, so a bit of Stockholm syndrome going on here, and my Henry here is apparently pretty good at this whole interrogation thing. Just ask the questions and they answer.
What is he after?
Are you really that clueless? To destroy Wenceslas's allies. You.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Just confirming.
How many men does he have in the castle?
How should I know? There were nearly 70 of us at the beginning, but there's probably not even half left. But that's still more than there ever were in that castle. More than enough to defend it.
Well, two less. I killed them with bows earlier on, but...
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Do you take him for a fool? Do you really think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he save you? He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranic and Pribyslavitz. You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could it be your lovers?
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father. Well, Divish, I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanish.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did our neighborly visit catch you unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance. Do you take me for a fucking fool?
Yes.
Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, Your Grace. And for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanish. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
All right. Very well then. You know, you would think, considering the situation, you would be a hell of a lot closer to one of the camps, if not in one of them. Alright, come back here.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
Yeah, I'd be delighted.
Be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I
what?
share your enthusiasm.
Reputation
Sorry,
lost.
sir. I didn't mean it like that.
There's nothing to it. The men will load the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days.
Yeah, that's a dick
Sir
move.
Robard will explain what comes next.
You give me the honor of doing something and then punishing me for it if I show enthusiasm. You're a dick. But anyway, at least we get to fire the trebuchet. So we'll ride up to it. And apparently they'll load it. And, well, firing a trebuchet is pulling a lever, so that's really all there is to it. There we go. That's what I'm waiting for. I think, yeah, that is an accurate trebuchet as well. Right, this bit is slow, but it is cool to just watch. Truth of the matter is, they should have built two. Come on, mate. Hurry up. Roll faster. Come on. Alright, is that it? You ready to rock and roll?
I'm glad to see you.
Anything we can talk about before I do this?
Take care.
Nope. I guess not. Alright, let's do this. That one hit.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Nothing.
I got hold of a sawbones to take care of our wounded.
Thank you. Most of them have already lost their homes. Their lives are all they have left.
I've arranged for a priest to come. He promised to take care of the people around here.
Thank you, Henry. Lifting the spirit can help us all.
Oh, he'll lift your spirits, right? Straight out of the inn.
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed. That serpent from Valdic gave us the slip. I should have known he'd have his fingers in it all. If only I could catch him.
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it. Still, the best I'll be able to do is lodge a complaint against him when the king returns, and just thinking about it gets my goal. And my arm's killing me. Damn it! Good luck to you.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all.
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back. Take care.
Alright, so I have nothing else to do at this point. Alright, so the shots are happening automatically now from the looks of things. Alright. You gonna fire it? Oh no, it's still loading it. Really hear him hitting home.
I'm here.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
Okay then, so it looks like we're actually going to wait this one out.
Good luck then.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvan's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm ready.
I've been ready for this for a while
Glad
now.
to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
Western wall.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
Inner bailey?
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
Side door.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
I would have preferred to do the Bailey myself.
A village lad and an old soldier. This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Good luck, then.
Hey, Hans, your leg fixed up quick. Use. Got him. Poke your head back at him. Come on. I can't hold this all day. Looks like we lost. Whoa! Alright, come on. Let's get up there.
Clear those battle maps!
Now, I reckon once I get up on top of this thing, I should be able to shoot down with the bow before dropping in. Cleared the rest here. Alright, so I'll check there next. We'll check the rest of the walls first. Die. Thank you. Whoa. Guys, let me in there. Oh, looks like I told my enemy self. Oh, shit. No, that's not what I wanted. Come on, guys, what's taking you so long? Where the hell is my backup? Drop some marigold potions as soon as I'm done here. Gotcha. Alright, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. Can't use these in combat. Ah. Not sure what happened to the rest of them. We had the advantage there and they all just died. Alright. Got him. Enough view there. Alright. What's up with this injury to my hand at the moment? Skills, stats, buffs, spurs, injured right arm, injured right leg. I'm not bleeding, but I can't take anything for this. New level of agility and a new level of vitality. So going around that way actually seems the path to take, because it puts you on the inner Bailey battlements where you can shoot down and attack from.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanish.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish,
Stephanie.
forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
battlements. We have to see which way they go. Oh, they really are heading for Scallets. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Yeah.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come to you. You'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
While I'm riding here, pop a couple of marigolds.
What will you do now?
Not long ago,
Yeah.
I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Yeah.
The way you found Tom, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well,
Yeah.
what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it. Yeah.
Those marigolds work really well.
This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean? Yeah.
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us.
Yeah.
A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith.
Yeah.
Not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. He's a noble, right?
Yes. There's no sign of them. Move on. There! I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
You all right, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Marquardt von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the end of the Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough, or almost. There is going to be one video after this one, which will be relatively short and contain the epilogue for KCD. Now, as I'm sure you noticed, we never actually recovered the sword, and we never took revenge on the guy who actually was the one behind all of this, and to begin with, he escapes. This seems to be, with the epilogue, as you'll see in the next episode, the setup for KCD 2. The entire game is set up for Henry to follow the storyline. Whether or not that game is actually going to be made, apparently they want to make it. Whether or not it's in production or not, I'm not actually entirely sure. I haven't had any contact with Warhorse Studios, and I haven't looked much further into it beyond the fact that that is where they want to complete this storyline. And I really hope they do, because I really enjoyed this. Would I say this is the best storyline that I've ever played through in an RPG? No, it definitely ranks up near the top, but I wouldn't say it is the best. But it does have some of the best delivery of its storyline that I've ever encountered. One of the biggest things I noticed the entire way through this is presented to the player as a medieval RPG. And we've seen plenty of those before, it's just this one is based more in reality, there's no magic, there's no fantasy element. But it's a medieval RPG, and we have seen those. But it plays more like a detective mystery. While combat is a major part of KCD, it's not the focused central element to the storyline. The combat outside of a couple of missions such as the siege mission here towards the end, which we've just played through to complete this storyline, is largely optional. In fact, it's entirely possible, as I understand it, to play through the entire game without actually engaging in any combat outside of these centralized areas. The story itself is more played as a detective story, going through and exploring the world, trying to get tidbits of information out of people, trying to piece together the events that started in Skalitz at the start of the game and spread their way through the entirety of the game. Who was behind it? Who were their associates? And if you do it right, you can work out who everybody is. And this particular playthrough, I didn't. There were things that I missed. There were side quests that I didn't complete that would have given me additional information. But I did get most of the information that I needed. I really like that. I really like the way the game presented its story, more so than the story itself, which was excellent. It was not bad by any means, but the presentation for the story was significantly better, and in fact, possibly one of the best that I've ever personally played through. I'm definitely going to be playing through this again. I don't know if I'm going to be putting that up on channel, but I do want to play a playthrough where I do all of the side quests and I do all of the DLC and I do a different kind of Henry. I want to do a stealth orientated Henry. Now I've sort of got the gist of how it works. I think I could actually do one of those. And you know, maybe I'll put some highlights of it up on the channel soon. But still, this is the end. 54 videos as of this one, with one final video to come after this episode, which will be the epilogue. 55 in total, and this playthrough started on the 2nd of March 2019, so it has been running for just over a year. Not bad. I'm pretty proud of this overall. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoy the epilogue that'll be coming afterwards. It will be without too much in the way of commentary, and it'll be pretty quick, and I hope you enjoy what comes after, because I'm definitely going to do some more of these. However, I think we need to shrink the time schedule down to a little bit less than a year for the next one, even if it does turn into a 50-episode series. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what you'd like to see me add to the channel after KCD, if there are any particular RPGs you're interested in, or any long-term story-driven games you'd like to see me go through. I have some ideas myself, but we'll see what you guys want to say. Until next time, remember to click that like button if you did, share and subscribe if you want to see more, and as always, take care.